Hello everyone, welcome to JLO. Come August 2020, our students will continue their education, but with a little twist. It's going to be an online learning and blended learning. But as early as now, meron na pong ilang mga concerns na lumalabas. Paano naman daw po yung ating mga mag-aaral na nakatira sa malayong lugar na walang internet access? At paano naman daw po yung ilan na hindi naman po maka-afford bumili ng phone, ng tablet at ng computer? Paano naman daw po sila? Well, there is a new system called the National Distance Learning System. No? What is this all about? How does it work? Well, we've invited the main proponent of this new system. I consider him one of the greatest visionary of our time at hindi po matatawaran ang kanyang commitment po sa pagpapaganda ng buhay nating mga Pilipino. And he is also the president ng My Solid Tech. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome my good friend, Mr. David Lim. Hello, Sir David. How are you? Welcome to JLO.
Hi, good afternoon, Jerry. I've seen you for a long time.
Oo nga. It's been years, no? How are you, sir? How are you?
I'm so fine. I'm locked down. I'm one of those what you consider high risk, no? Because senior citizen na tayo.
Hindi halata, sir. Hindi halata. Okay. Sir, first of all, I would like to ask you, gaya ng sinabi ko nga kanina na pagdating ng August, magsisimula na po yung ating schooling, no? At ang suggestion po is online learning and blended learning. Now, gusto ko po itanong sa inyo, can you give us a glimpse or idea, yung online learning, paano po ba ito i-implement? Do you have any idea about this?
Actually, last week, I was kind of worried when I heard our Department of Education came out with their idea on what they call blended learning.
Okay.
No, to me, it is still unclear to the Filipinos, especially to the taxpayers, because remember, this will have to come out from our pocket, no? And I see them talking about online learning, and what worries me is that our internet situation here in the Philippines is not exactly the best in the world, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
As I mentioned the other day, for the past 3 years, I've been work from home.
Mm-hmm.
I have encouraged my employees to work from home because of the terrible traffic. And in every meeting that we conduct, almost 100% the signals will not be perfect.
Okay.
And worse is I heard that for areas that are far flung, who do not have internet, they will use broadcast and worse, radio. I said radio is probably a 1950 or 19 forgotten technology already. And so to us, 25 years ago, we developed a program called BEAS. It's a broadcast for education and edutainment system. This was designed primarily to help our teachers because it was identified that the weakest link in the Philippine education, outside of anything, are the teachers. So we designed a teachers training platform using direct-to-home satellite. As you know, I am part owner of one, which is GSAT, but I'm not promoting it. I'm not really promoting it. I'm promoting the technology. I'm encouraging the government to even actually put up their own broadcast superhighway. The beauty with this technology is that, number one, there's almost 100% of Filipino household that has a television set.
Okay.
And with this technology, all you need is a television set and electricity, and then a small set-top box, like they said, that is probably as cheap as 1 caban of rice. Now you can broadcast it over the internet, and every single household will receive the signal. So again, this is just the technology, but what we are proposing is also putting a knowledge center.
Mhm.
This is putting a center where the best of the best teachers in the Philippines, no, and maybe actors to help them communicate through TV. The teacher is not necessarily very good when it comes to teaching on television,
Mhm.
so they have to be trained, you know.
Mhm.
And these can all be done in a very short time.
Mhm.
Now, the beauty again with this is that it is such a democratizing system that everybody, whether you're poor, you're rich, you're uneducated, educated, you will get the similar curriculum,
Mhm.
the best curriculum that the government can give, and that no student will also be deprived of the best teachers. And this is very important going into building a distant learning program. A distant learning program should be sustaining. What I hear is not sustaining. That's why I always complain that we are all taxpayers,
Mhm.
and if we're only going to have a solution that is band aid, no,
Mhm.
and not sustaining, this money will all go to waste.
Mhm.
Here, the system is unified. And
Mhm.
besides, Jerry, how
Yes.
long can you get the kids to keep on looking at that small tablet, right?
Mhm.
You know, if they pursue that, I will put up a new business. I'll be selling glasses dahil ang daming masisira na mata ng mga kabataan, no?
Okay.
So to me, it's easier to learn from television,
Mhm.
and then each class will have their own channel on the digital setup box,
Mhm.
and then it will be teaching the kids,
Mhm.
no, the same way they're being taught, but this time it's going to be 280 days of sitting there and listening instead of spending maybe 6 hours in school. I think this can easily be compressed
Mhm.
into 2.5 to 3 hours for the same classes that are being taught in school today.
Mhm.
There are lots of questions. Paano naman interaction nila? Sabi
Mhm.
ko, ano pang interaction meron natin ngayon? Remember, we're in a pandemic, no?
Mhm.
Walang interaction.
Mhm.
Uh, another thing that the blended learning that they suggested is, and this worries me, is that, wala nang tests for the year.
Mhm.
No? Dahil pandemic, pasado na lahat. No? Again, kung talagang wala na tayong option, maybe that could be a good suggestion.
Mhm.
But I do not believe in that. First, I believe that all the kids have to go through the rigid curriculum of DepEd. No?
Mhm.
This teaches discipline. This teaches perseverance. No? And they have to also take their examination. You cannot keep them in the house 365 days.
Mhm.
They have
Mhm.
to go out. But now, they go out on social distancing time.
Mhm.
And they are going to school to be proctored to take their examination. Instead of 100 class in one classroom, pwede 10-10, no?
Mhm.
But they have to take their examination. The teachers has a role. While all of this is happening, the teachers are also being trained because they will be looking at the best teachers in the country teaching the subject matter. So this pandemic period is a time for us to upgrade our teacher skill so that hopefully one day when we go back to the old normal, their skill will be enhanced by maybe leap and bounds, you know.
Mhm.
And this is as simple as I can put it in a nutshell. No, it's a. I said I'd like to try to keep it layman because the solution is layman.
Mhm.
And again, three things. I said four things. When we democratize education, number one is that we have to have the most student learning the same thing.
Mhm.
It cannot be 30% may internet, sila lang may pera, or sila ang malapit sa ano. So then you are creating a situation that is counter-democratic, democratizing education. No, which is the reason why the poor gets poorer and the rich gets richer. No? So ito talagang challenge ito. Normally, Jerry, you know our family, we're very low key, no?
Yes.
And we do not really come out very vocal. But maybe now that I can be considered as an eccentric old guy, I can come out and speak my piece. And to me, I might not get anything out of this, no? The
Mhm.
government might just throw it into the waste basket. But at least this is coming from a company that has more than 40 years of broadcast integration, being in electronics, being in satellite, no, being in broadband, no, giving our 2 cents worth in this whole situation of a distance learning solution, no, and we truly believe that this can work. We can show a demo if they want. No, if they want, we can do a live demo wherein we can broadcast in Manila to Tawi-Tawi.
Mhm.
No, and all of these kids can now install. But Jerry, this is not it. To me, I said this is also an opportunity for the government to put in the first public broadcasting superhighway.
Mhm.
No, the government can put this for a fraction of what they are intending to spend.
Mhm.
No, when I say a fraction, maybe I'm saying 30 billion is a fraction because the DepEd has 672 billion
Mhm.
in budget. No, their textbooks alone is 13 billion. No, and I don't know what happens to those textbooks. But
Okay.
what I'm saying is that the 30 billion will stretch further. This public broadcasting system will not carry Channel 2, will not carry HBO, will not leave that to the private direct to home company. There are already three of them there.
Mhm.
No, actually four, but Dream died already. So I don't know what is the future of direct to home broadcast if their only purpose is entertainment.
Mhm.
Now, especially ito, what I'm driving at is that the public broadcasting system will have a different content. It will have education. It will have a channel on agriculture. It has a channel on fisheries, a channel on livelihood. These are more relevant to the Filipino lives than pure entertainment.
Mhm.
No? And again, they said, is this sustainable? I said, definitely. Jerry, you have been in advertising for a long time,
Mhm.
even when you were just fresh out of college. I know you when you were this young dreamer, no? And still, you are now an accomplished moderator, you're a speaker.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying is that imagine this, Jerry.
Mhm.
You have 25 million people tuned in on 100% of the household.
Mhm.
5 hours a day, 268, 80 days a school year.
Mhm.
Don't you think that will attract more advertising than the normal commercial channel?
Mhm. May audience
It
ka na
will.
eh.
The audience is there, but
Yes.
again, the money should go to improving the technique in teaching.
Mhm.
Hindi pwedeng, ay, lagay mo lang teacher. No choice naman yung bata, mag-aral siya.
Mhm.
The money will go to better techniques, using tools like computer graphics, maybe in year two, no? And then marami. There's so many things that you could do with distant learning using broadcast.
Mhm.
No, I'm so surprised why they're so making a big deal out of interactivity when we are in school. We sit there for 40 minutes and after that we can't wait to leave the classroom. You think we're sitting there and chatting with our teacher? Hell no.
Uh,
When the class is over, labas na tayo, recess na tayo. There is no interactivity with teachers.
yes.
No? So, this is my take. It is to me, it's a normal position to take, but maybe to the government where they are set already with their brilliant blended. It sounds great, no? Blended learning,
Mhm.
no? Me, it's so fancy that I don't even understand what it means, right?
Okay.
Kaya yan ang in a nutshell, Jerry, I'm sharing you our company's 40 years. By the way, we're 70 years in the Philippines.
Mhm.
We have been serving this country for 70 years.
Yes.
But for 40 years, we were in this industry.
Mhm.
And I was surprised they can come up with a suggestion without even calling a hearing and
Mhm.
getting people's like us. We're not saying that we're the only one.
Mhm.
And to sit down in a public hearing to give everybody suggestion, no? And what I hate most is that it makes our president look silly, right? It's not even his idea, but he has to swallow it and give it to the people, you know? Can you imagine radio? Ano ba yan? No? So, Jerry, again, thank you very much for the opportunity, Jerry. But
Sir David,
uh, I normally will not be so aggressively speaking
I know.
about a particular subject matter if I don't feel that I can contribute.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to thank you for the opportunity that you have given me. Pero sir, tatanong ko lang, can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, Sir David?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Okay. So, Sir David, ibig sabihin, sa ngayon, as of now, the proposal is talagang mandatory na kailangan mo ng isang mobile phone or tablet or computer tsaka internet access to be able to do this online learning as of now. Mandatory
Yeah.
yun.
Yeah.
Okay? So, with your proposal, hindi na ho kailangan itong mobile phone tsaka yung internet access. Hindi na kailangan yon.
No need.
Okay? So,
No
as a
need.
family, ano na lang po yung sabi nyo kanina, I need to have a box, tapos what? I need to have a television set. Yun lang po ba ang kailangan?
You need just a TV, your electricity.
Okay.
The government, all they need is to lease
Mm,
12 channel of satellite space, no?
okay.
Which is probably no more than 100 million peso. And
Okay.
that's a fixed cost. That's a fixed cost,
Mhm.
right? Unlike internet, you know how it is. You know, the more you use, the more you bleed, no?
Mhm.
No.
Tama, tama.
Kaya ito,
Okay.
ito
Yeah.
maybe for a third world country,
Mhm.
I think it is going to be perfect for the next 10 years.
Mhm.
I don't see the day yet, no?
Mhm.
Maybe some people they are always talking of the national broadband infrastructure from the time
Mhm.
of Gloria Macapagal,
Mhm.
no? Hanggang ngayon, kung the two telcos natin are backed by NTT in Japan and Singtel of Singapore, and they cannot even put internet everywhere.
Mhm.
Lalo na ang gobyerno, no?
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
government. So sabi ko, maybe as easier way because again, the Filipinos should not be deprived of education and information.
Mhm.
So
Yes, Sir David. Mukhang nawala si Sir David, ano? Hintayin natin siya mag-reconnect. Nag-hang yung kanyang system, no? Yes. Mhm. Wala yata. Wala tayo. Okay, so we will do this again, no? Itutuloy po natin ito. Mukhang naputol yata tayo, nawala tayo ng internet connection. But we will continue the broadcast, no? We'll just set it up again. So wag po kayong abangan nyo po yung part 2 ng ating pag-uusap po with Sir David Lim. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood.